Yo, what's going on, guys? Sinumatic, and I've asked for some topics on Twitter, and Jimbo Slice told me to talk about jobs and how they suck. And a lot of the stuff I've been talking about lately, here and there, is about time. So let me start out with, if you work 40 hours a week at your job, I know people get vacations, but I didn't put that in there. I just tallied up a number. If you worked 40 hours a week at your job, there are 52 weeks in a year, and that was like 2,000 and something hours, 2,080 or something like that. But, and this is like early retirement. Now they've raised the retirement to like 70 something, but we're gonna put it at 60. We're just throwing out a number here. We're gonna say you started working at 20, which we know most people start working at an earlier age than that, and that you worked until you were 60. You would have worked 83,200 hours. So that would be 83,200 hours of your life spent working at a job. Now, most of us know that probably, I'd say at least 40% of us are working dead-end jobs, and that's probably a low number. And basically what I mean by that is you are working check to check to survive. So when you turn 60 years old and retire, you will basically still live paycheck to paycheck off your retirement or your Social Security or whatever, and pretty much not be living any better than you ever did in your life. That's the way I feel about jobs. I feel like if I'm working 40 hours a week and I can barely afford to pay my bills and, you know, the little luxuries that you have, like your cable television, your internet connection, your Xbox Live, maybe your cell phone, maybe going out to eat here and there, watching a movie. If you can barely do any of that stuff and get by, then basically you are screwed. And you know, people talk about saving money and things like that. If you can't save money to live more comfortably later, then honestly, to me, saving money is not even really worth it. Yeah, you can save with $2,000 to go on a vacation or whatever you want to do with that money, but it eventually will be gone unless you make enough money to continuously save large amounts of money and live the way that you want. Because once you make a little more money, you raise your standard of living, and like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like jobs are terrible, because at the end of the day, even if you raise your living experience a little bit, after it's all said and done, you're still going to end up with a 401k or a Social Security or some kind of payment that's going to equal roughly maybe what you was making when you was working, maybe even less. Some small cases it might be more. But then you also have to think of this. If I work till I'm 60 or 70 years old, right? And say I lived okay and I made about $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month. I'd say it's probably somewhere in the range of what people make, unless they're on a pretty good job. And just let's say that your 401k and your Social Security equaled $2,500 a month. So $500 more a month. The big question is, if you make it to live to 60 or 70 and get that retirement in, how many more years do you have to live where you can sit at home and collect that money? And it's really, I don't know. I hate jobs. I really wish there were easier ways to make money. I understand we have to work to get money, but I just think that the quality of life that we are getting to live off of these jobs is not what it should be. And that's pretty much my thoughts of jobs in general. Shout out to anybody who's actually living the dream and has a job that doesn't feel like a job. I really wish I could get in that position, but right now I'm not. And that's it. That's all I got to say. Please leave a comment, rating, subscribe to my second channel, subscribe to this channel. Do something, goddammit. I don't know. Do whatever you want, but I appreciate all the support. I'm out. Peace.